Hi, boys and girls. Today we're going to be doing a story map on the story Finn McCool. We read it last week, and then this week we're going to complete a story map. Now, a story map can look a lot of different ways. Later in the week on Thursday, you're going to be watching a video, and it's just who, what, and where the story takes place. This one is what we do in school. If you work in a group in that 5 hand, there's 5 parts to it. There's the first of all, the title and your author, always, your characters, main characters and other characters, the setting where the story takes place, the problem, and the solution. Usually, a fiction story has all of these elements in the story. Okay. Now, if you were doing a nonfiction book, your story map's going to look a little bit different, but this is a fiction book, Finn McCool. So, when you're done with this, if you would like to do a story map on your own, you can copy this down on a piece of paper or on a dry erase board. Just remember, you want to start with your title and the author. What did I do there? Something doesn't look quite right there. Can you notice what's wrong there? I put a U at the end of author instead of an author. Let's fix that. Okay, the author is who wrote the book. And then you want your main character, supporting characters, setting, problem, and solution. So you can do this for any picture book or book that you're reading at home. So I'm just going to go through and we're going to start with Finn McCool, and you can go ahead and shout out answers to the screen because I know some of you have been commenting that that's what you do, and I think it's really funny. So first we're going to start with our author. The author of Finn McCool is Tommy D. Pola, right here. That's the same author as Strega-Nona. If you can't find the author on the front cover of your book at home when you do this on your own, you know that you can always turn to the title page. And the title page is usually the first page in the book, and it'll give you the title of the book and the author of the book. So we want to make sure when we write that, we write his name with capital letters because that is, a proper noun, somebody's name. So. Okay, now when we're looking at characters, who is our main character in the story, Finn McCool and the Giant of Knockmany Hill? You can go ahead and say it. Who do you think's the main character, Vin?
The giant Finn McCool.
Finn McCool. Very good. Again, Finn should be capitalized because it's a proper noun. And then McCool. Now, for our supporting characters or other characters, I went ahead and already wrote those down. Cucullin, he was the mean giant, and Una, who was the really, really, really smart wife who helped out Finn McCool when he was having some problems. I hope you can see this okay. Let me brighten it up a little. Does that look better? Okay. Next, we're going to go to our setting. And our setting is where and when the story takes place. I'm going to go ahead and read the first page to you out loud. In olden times, when Ireland's glens and woods were still filled with fairies and leprechauns, giants too lived on the fair Emerald Isle. One of the finest of those big folks was Finn McCool, and who was wed to the lovely great lass Una. Vinny, where do you think this takes place?
In the fair Emerald.
Okay, the Emerald Isle. And where are we at though? What country?
Ireland.
Ireland. And it happened, it even tells you the time, in olden times. So our setting would be in Ireland during olden times. And that's basically just another way to say a long, long, long time ago. Okay, then our problem. What was the problem with Finn McCool? You can go ahead and say it. if you know.
Can I guess?
What you didn't read this book though, did you, Vin?
No,
No.
it's you said the mean giant, so I'm guessing this giant bullies him.
Exactly. Your guess is absolutely right. Tell them what you said.
I don't. You said from the other characters that there's the mean giant, so I thought it was this guy bullying Finn McCool.
And that is what happened. Cucullin said he was going to come and fight Finn McCool. So the problem is Cucullin wants to fight Finn McCool. Okay, and then our solution. The solution is how the problem is solved, and a lot of times it's basically how the story ends. So, how did Finn solve his problem with that Cucullin wanted to come and beat him up? Actually, Finn didn't solve his problem, his wife did. What did Una do? Go ahead and tell me now. If you don't know, check your answer when I tell you. Okay, so the answer to the problem is that Una had Finn dress up as a baby and act like he was their son. So when Cucullin saw Finn, he was like, if this is your son, the father must be huge. I'm getting out of here. And that's how the story ends. And then Finn and Una lived happily ever after. So for our solution, I'm just going to put Finn pretended.
Wait, Mom, it's like backwards. Facing back.
It doesn't show up that way. Finn pretended to be Una's and Finn's baby. They tricked.
They have confusing names.
Cucullin. They do have confusing names. Oops, this is a U. I'm also putting that they tricked Cucullin by outsmarting him.
Outsmarting. That was all one word. I didn't know it was two words. Outsmarting.
I think it's two.
I thought it was one.
By outsmarting him. So in the end, Una and Finn lived happily ever after.
Ever after.
And they were so happy because they no longer had to worry about the big bad mean Cucullin coming to beat up Finn. Okay, so this is an example of a story web. If you would like to try one on your own at home, you can go ahead and write the different parts of the story web and fill it in when you're done reading. All right, good luck and have fun.
Let's
Bye-bye.
play rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors. 1, 2,